All right, we are officially in it. Welcome to Plaay Nation. I'm Al.
I'm Harvey.
And I'm James.
If you're new here, quick explanation. This show is dedicated to play games, both Play Classic and Play Now, and the people who play them, mod them, replay them, and occasionally lose entire weekends to them.
I feel like occasionally is generous.
Hey, look, I can stop anytime I want. I just don't want to.
The goal is simple. We want this to feel like conversations we already have, only now we're recording it, for better or for worse.
Play is basically a storytelling engine disguised as a game. That's also happens to produce stats that you obsess over. It's like sports talk radio, but you control the universe.
Yes.
Maybe
If you're listening and you're part of the Play community forums, leagues, solo replays, homebrew rules, this is for you. And if you're brand new, welcome. We will keep it friendly.
Yes, we only pick on each other.
All right, let's get into it. First up, what's new at Play?
Got some new card sets, guys.
So
Okay.
if you look on the site, Keith's got a couple screenshots, and one of the cards is Scotty Scheffler.
Right.
The Scotty Scheffler cards stood out so much, and I read the bio. Keith did a great write up on the about for this set about how amazing of a season Scheffler had this year, but his card is insane. So semi-bomber, semi-shaper, legend and king. He's a semi-gold putter. With irons, he's champion, hero, laser, and semi-soft. He's a master for recovery, and his experience is semi-icon. Now, I looked at the all-time great set that Keith puts out. The best card in there is Jack Nicklaus. I was actually kind of surprised it wasn't Tiger Woods, but it's Jack Nicklaus. It's basically, it's like, it's in some respects, it's better than Nicklaus's card. The only thing Nicklaus has that Scheffler doesn't is dynamic. And Nicklaus has got the semi-stone instead of semi-soft. So this is quite a coup that Scotty Scheffler has pulled with a better card than Jack Nicklaus. Pretty amazing.
His competition in this set is certainly going to be lesser than the all-time great set, right? So from a tier making standpoint, it's even greater.
So both of you, did I hear correctly? So Harvey, it sounded like 2020 is when you sort of got on the Play train?
Yeah, I was, because and again, it was COVID. But then during COVID, it was like, you know what? Let me dust off the strat game. And it was like, I wouldn't say life-changing, but it was like, it felt so good, to go back to something that I, had done as a child, right? And so I did it for a little while, and then I was like, well, what else is out there? You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, what are there, I was really into soccer. I still am, right? And I was like, who's got a soccer game? That was actually where I found it. A friend of the show, Steve Tower, did a Soccer Blast video. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting.
Okay. So this is really interesting. So now I'm going to go ahead and just call it, like, your entry was Soccer Blast. James, what year did you sort of come into the fold, and what was the game that brought you in?
So it was 2018, Paul Salzgeber, who I was playing in a phone-in league with him, a status pro league that this guy had created, the Great American Fantasy League. And I was like, man, I really like this to a degree, but I really wish I could just do this on my own. And he was like, have you tried History Maker Baseball? And I was like, no, what is that? And he's like, go check this out. And he got me hooked into that. And that was my entry point. And it's been my flagship game ever since. So.
All right, it's mailbag time. Harvey, what do you got?
Oh, I want to know, if a brand new player asks you which play game to start with and how to approach their first 3 sessions, what is your exact starter plan?
So specific.
This is a great question, though. People ask this question all the time.
They really do.
Yeah.
They're interested. They see 3 or 4 games that they want to try, but they can only maybe do one, which is probably smart. So where do you start?
Yeah, I'm going to start with History Maker Baseball. From a community involvement standpoint, it's the king of the hill. So right off the bat, you're going to have people jumping all over themselves to help you out when you have questions. So right off the bat, you've got a great community looking to help you. And also, it's probably the quintessential play game for learning about things like player qualities, the decide or die, all skills, for lack of a better term, that will transfer to all the other games in the Play library. So learn it in History Maker Baseball. It's transferable to just about every other game that Keith publishes. You didn't ask, but then I would say check out the History Maker Baseball page on the Play FAQ. lots of great information there that is not covered in the rule book. And I will sort of do a shout out and a pitch to the way Keith develops his rule books. If you're new to Play, it's important to understand that the Play design and sort of the Play mantra is there's enough space in every game in the Play library for you to make your own decisions, your own rules, your own mechanics. So don't get frustrated by the fact that every little edge case isn't called out, and don't feel like you have to get the answer. Go with whatever feels right to you in that particular scenario. So how's that, Harvey?
That was perfect.
All right, James, you got one for Harvey?
I do. Harvey, what's your Play Hill to die on? Like, is it a rule interpretation, preference, or maybe a philosophy that you'll defend every time, and then why?
Okay. I'm going to give you 3 answers. And the first one is the one I just said, which is the golden rule. And that's my favorite philosophy of everything. And I think I explained why. But the other 2, I'll use 2 different games, one a classic game and one a Play Now game. And Play Classic, and James, we had this conversation on your podcast about History Maker Golf. And that is, every time you get a clutch putt, if you're a neutral, you got to spend a blue chip to make yourself gold. Every time. There's no doubt. I never don't do that. So I'll always die. And I speak that as the defending champion of the Play.com golf tournament. What do we call that?
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you both. We'll be back in a minute to wrap it up.